the ball.
Big crowd now, certainly, now that the girls are off watching from the stands. TEM certainly looking to make it 2 from 2 in the Premier League competition today.
Our umpires, Simon James on the left-hand side and Ben Hocking as we get underway here. Manderson, first use, out to Archibald. He's going to go back to Rutley. Rutley working with Broad, the number 18 for Yarra.
That is well run down by Emilio Fernandez.
Fernandez played years with Waverley and was a cog in their midfield for a long time. Hardy for TEM.
Working with Pitcher.
Josh Pollard, the coach of TEM as well. Obviously took the reins in 2019, but no season. So his sort of first year properly in charge. It's
a cool play on. Nick Sutcliffe has a shot. Nick Sutcliffe, of course, live stream alumni, commentary box alumni.
Yes, one of the OG, as they say, one of the crew from several years ago, captain of TEM.
It's a great opportunity very early in the game for the home side. Couple of handy options at the top. Oliver Marshall and Braden Pitcher at the top.
Oliver Marshall was dragged looking for the under-18s just recently, so a good option at the top. It is going to be Marshall. He's going to take that one and flashes to the left. Got some purchase on it. Tom Dial for Yarra Valley in it, also selected in the under-21 squad for the extended squad, from which I believe they then selected the team to go away to the Nationals.
Pitcher brothers working together. Matt can go back to Will Hardy. Overhead comes through, just goes a little bit too far away and heads. A lot of ducking out on the
Archibald
side.
Goes down, under pressure from Bridgman. Manderson with the tackle. Bridgman now.
Hurley will make his way through. Shot can come on. Fantastic save. Big boot from Dial. Fernandez. It's a nice little ball out to Hurley.
It's a good tackle by Thompson for Yarra Valley. Forrester.
George Hurley. It's a nice tackle. Can have a shot. Missing to the left.
A little bit easy at that point. Just some of the players sagging off their opposite number. Rutley in the circle, deep. Works with Broad.
Cam McKenzie doesn't have a whole lot of support around him just yet.
Fernandez with the lead, draws the player. McKenzie still basically 2-on-2. Manderson and Archibald. It's a tackle by Will Rutley. Forward, Brunton now under pressure. Archibald just outran the ball a little bit there.
Matt Pitcher can work through, steal over the ball. Play on is the call.
Hopper out to Bridgman. Continues the run, just unable to connect. Pitt coming from behind. TEM slingshotting it back around. Hardy playing it centre back.
It's a fantastic ball. TEM's running through the middle. It's a good tackle. Play on is the call. Ball slung around to the back. Through Hardy again. They'll use Angus Burnett.
Brunton can grab the ball and go. Has pace and wants to carry. Takes on Angus Burnett. Inside, that's an agricultural tackle. Player allowed to keep going, and that's going to be a green card for Angus Burnett. So 2 minutes, TEM will be down here. Only 5 minutes played.
Need to be clever about how they use the ball.
Nick Spencer on that side, unable to reel that one in. So Yarra Valley, Archibald on the right-hand side.
Ball delivered back to Rutley.
Rutley across to Broad. Thompson down the left-hand side, Bridgman. Thompson once again.
Just too far out of the reach of Will Rutley. TEM's not in a huge rush to take it and know that they've still got a man down. Happy to just chew up a few more seconds of that 2-minute deficit.
Yeah, about a minute in. Hardy with the ball. Good contest through the middle.
Should really push this one up.
The Yarra Valley ball.
The call is to drop back.
Rutley. Cullen will try to bring this one under. Can't quite get there. It was a good move by Yarra Valley trying to set through that midfield from Thompson on the left-hand side.
Tim Belzer working through the back line. Matt Pitcher under pressure, forced to go backwards. Playing very deep now. It's a nice press from Yarra Valley, knowing that they've got that extra man.
Pressure from Cullen.
Belzer, again, opts to go backwards. Just playing possession hockey at the moment now, Temsa. Can find Burnett, who's back on the pitch. It's a brilliant ball.
Great tackle by Thompson. Play on the call from umpire James Manderson. Very much the midfield engine of this team. Manderson will be a good battle between himself and Fernandez. They would have been at Waverley at the same time together, potentially for a year or so. Archibald.
Belzer goes the overhead, looking for Westmore. A lot of sticks up in the air, and it is called to Yarra Valley. Or just going into a crowd of players there. Harrison Broad gets it around to Will Rutley.
Thompson all the way down. In front is the TEM defender. Gets the free hit here. Hansford tries to play on. Thompson, Rutley. Broad inside the circle, no, well cut out by TEM. Be a free hit on the sideline, inside the 25, just obscured by the TEM falling away here, not putting heaps of pressure on Rutley. It comes out to Broad once again, tries to play it inside to Pitt.
Marshall throws it forward, needs to get it back. Will work to get through for his teammate. The diving effort to keep it in doesn't quite work out this time.
Yeah, you've got to put those in though, because if the defenders know that you're going to follow up, you're going to dive for that, then they have to be a lot more careful. Rutley turn over the ball here. Cullen trying to put pressure on Rutley. Great tackle on the reverse stick. Makes up for the turnover. Plays in Bridgman.
Nice little trap from Nick Sutcliffe.
Archibald, back to Broad.
Bincer. Not looking too comfortable in that right knee.
Fernandez offers the lead. That's ignored. Rutley. Mason. Rutley. Forward. Bridgman. Played back. Small games being played by Yarra Valley. Pressure from TEM though. Bridgman still in control. Tries to go forward and wins the free hit. That's well played by Yarra Valley. A couple of smart players there. Rutley and Bridgman.
Just out of the reach of Matt Pitcher.
The play in Cullen after it was missed by Jack Hopper, who will run this ball down.
The call to find a corner comes through.
Tried to play through, but a 16-yard hit now. Hugh Cullen very crafty around the goals. They'll need to take their opportunities here. TEM very adept at holding the ball. Pressure from Lockie Hansford.
And Matt Pitcher uses Angus Burnett. Bit of a searching ball there, and
there's a Burnett and a Wilcox family for Thames, and there's a Burnett and a Wilcox family for Yarra Valley. It's just all kinds of confusing at the moment, isn't it?
Absolutely. This is Alex Tan.
Alex Tan, who also coaches the ladies' reserves. As we hear the shouts of Tanny from the Yarra girls who played earlier today. Plays in Luke Brunton. Luke Brunton all the way back to Rutley. A couple of teams together. Played in a lot of teams together. Broad. Plays in Hansford. This is good control from Yarra Valley here. Brunton once again changes direction. Tries to use that length. Can't quite get there. And Mason picks that up. This is Abbott who goes inside.
Tan still over the ball.
And a penalty corner. So the advantage was paid by umpire Ben Hocking there really well. It came off a foot initially, but then allowed that play to go forward. Great work.
Great opportunity now for Yarra Valley. Put the pressure on Adam Luck in the net for Thames. Looking to opening the scoring.
So one penalty corner each in the game thus far as we count down. It looks like Tan and Hansford at the top. It is going to go out to Lockie Hansford, who's going to go across. And well saved. No, penalty corner.
Thames runners getting out with quite a bit of pace there, just putting the pressure on that layoff. And come in and have a little chat about which way is the best way to go for their second penalty corner.
Looks like Hansford and Tan once again.
Hansford with a shot and a fantastic save from Adam Luck. Still dangerous though for Thames, and they can release this one. Plenty of numbers now. Mackenzie.
Archibald getting back with pace. Mackenzie was going to pull the trigger. Saw there was numbers. It's a great low tackle by Archibald.
Just need to see Thames make the most of that breakaway then. It was excellent running back, as you said, by the Yarra defence. Getting back into position.
He's got serious pace, Hamish Archibald. That's turned over. And now TEM can go with serious pace forward. That's played in. That's a great tackle by Rutley. the player tried to pull the trigger, just that little tap. It's good not to infringe. It's a seriously dangerous place to tackle from behind.
I did like that the play on was called advantage through there from the lift. No one was in real danger. And that'll hit the foot of Broad. And we flip up the other end. Opportunity for Thames.
Their second penalty corner of the day. Opportunities at both ends for both teams. It's been a positive first quarter here as we count down inside a minute and a half.
Spencer and Marshall at the top for Thames. And a pitcher on each side. It does go to Marshall, takes it onto the reverse, fantastic running, shot comes through. What a fantastic shot on the backstick upright by Nick Spencer.
Well dealt with by Tom Dial. Harry Broad was out like a flash to run down that attempt at the Dragon Tomahawk, and that's courage. He was on the deck trying to get that ball, but a well-worked corner. Almost comes away.
Hurley with the ball coming through.
16-yard hit for Yarra Valley inside the last 30 seconds.
Harry Broad.
To Abbott. "17 seconds to go. They look in no hurry to take this, the visitors. Abbott with an open receive. And that is the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 0-0. Chances for both teams in the gameclothing.com.au Men's Premier League. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second quarter about to get underway here from the Auburn Road Hockey Centre. And Yarra Valley with use of the ball in this quarter. 0-0 is the scoreline. My name is Kin Smith. I'm joined by Izzy Hasselin. A fairly even opening quarter. Opportunities for both sides. Penalty corners for both sides. TEM with 2, Yarra Valley with 1.
Yeah, you felt like the first sort of 5 or 10 minutes felt quite, controlled by Thames, but towards the back end of that first quarter, Yarra were getting a couple of shots on the net. And as you said, quite even now going into the quarter time break.
I felt TEM have probably held the ball a little bit more aggressively. There's just been a couple of mistakes by Yarra Valley that have probably let TEM in. Rutley with a raking ball inside. 16-yard hit. That ricocheted around, and Bridgman unfortunately unable to bring it under control for the visitors. And it is hot out there today for a bunch of gentlemen that haven't played for 18 months, and it's a winter sport. It is hot. I see sunscreen being applied everywhere. TEM gathering the ball in midfield. Pressure from Manderson. Pressure from Pitt. TEM free hit on the other side. Hardy with the ball for TEM. Tries to go up and over. Hopper brings that ball under.
It's well taken by Hopper.
Yeah, unable to play in Forrester. It was good pressure by TEM, immediately pouncing on that ball. Pitcher is very much the rock of this defence and has been for many, many years. Just a really good user of the ball. Strong.
Belzer can find Marshall.
Marshall against Thompson.
It's a good ball through to Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe just pops it on to Pitcher. This is Braden Pitcher. Yarra Valley in that deep left corner. Searching ball for Owen Pitt, who hits the deck, but they'll get the free hit regardless.
It's a difficult situation to play in. Ball forward. Forrester can't bring that one under. Probably needs to get that one around on his four-stick. It's a good opportunity to be one-on-one, because straight away here, Sutcliffe with the ball for TEM.
Little touch through to Tom Casey. Casey looks to go back, find a little bit of space.
Wakeling, the New Zealand under-21 representative.
Tell you what, we don't have many internationals playing this year.
No,
but
we
of
do
course,
not.
New Zealanders can make the trek across. Well played. Marshall still over the ball, puts it back to the danger spot, and finished by Nick Sutcliffe. Fantastic work there by Oliver Marshall and Nick Sutcliffe with an excellent finish. We're going to see a quick replay of that one, and the home side go 1-0 up.
So right here, it's that contest, and is able to allow to keep playing the advantage.
It's a really well-controlled shot by Sutcliffe, but with a lot of pace, and just impossible for the goalie to save that one.
Manderson down the line, finds Rutley, who'd kept running.
Adam Luck comes out. It's the big kicker. Ball through again. Bit of push and shove, but nothing much in it. Just a clash of bodies. Ball through to Mackenzie. Put the danger ball across, and
bit of obstruction across the front, earns Yarra Valley the relieving free hit. Under pressure here now, Yarra Valley. Rutley out to Bridgman, reels that one in. Needs to find someone through the midfield, goes back to Thompson. Plays forward into Manderson. Manderson down the line immediately. Forrester had space and led into it. Has Hardy for company.
Will Hardy uses Matt Pitcher. And they'll get it out to Burnett. Angus Burnett tries to go long.
Tries to go up and over. Ball. Yeah, Owen Pitt getting under that one, earning the free hit. Started as a striker, but now back in his more natural position of half back. Tight contested ball inside the circle. Long corner for the visitors, Yarra Valley. Thompson to take it back to Rutley.
Ball goes high, play on's the call.
And touched in by Owen Pitt, and on the right-hand side, allowed to keep going, and there's the answer from the visitors. And Rutley, who is so dangerous and so good at putting those long balls in, sees the space here. You see that's tapped forward. And Pitt coming like a freight train on the right-hand side. Forrester kept it in. And we're back on even pegging. Fernandez with the ball now for TEM. As the weather starts to turn and the sun dips down behind the clouds, it's heating up here on the pitch. This is Wakeling, Gus Wakeling. Puts a beautiful ball out to the right-hand side. That is class.
Braden pitch now.
Read that well. Rutley tries to get that, and
end-to-end stuff now at Auburn Road. It's a fantastic run from Braden Pitcher. Nice little ball in and working the penalty corner. It's an opportunity for the Lions to pounce back. As you said, Kin, the weather has just changed.
Yeah, almost 9 minutes gone in this, 8 minutes gone in this second quarter. Good opportunity for TEM here with their third penalty corner.
Pitcher and Marshall at the top. It does go to Braden Pitcher with the slap. Little touch comes through, great save. McKenzie puts the ball across. Well taken care of.
Well saved by Tom Dial. The first one, it was a really good opportunity for TEM on that left-hand side. They almost had the open net, and Dial just got down to get a stick on that.
Broad. Looking up the line.
Just an awkward ball for Bridgman to handle. Cullen coming to attempt to put pressure on. Alex Tan gets the tackle in on George Hurley. Strong receive by Hansford in front of Pitcher. Can set forward Pitt. He'll get the ball, got the touch from McKenzie. Yarra Valley ball on the right-hand side. Couple of players in front. 16-yard hit. Little touch into the circle, didn't find a teammate. Hardy will take the ball. He's been a really good player for a long time, Will Hardy. He's played, I think, in a couple of reserves grand finals, you know, sort of played between the ones and the twos over the years, and just a really solid user of the ball. Cullen with a tackle on McKenzie. McKenzie, who rides it, puts a brilliant ball out towards...
Ball through. Oliver Marshall takes the shot. Fantastic goal. What a ball from Cam McKenzie to get it through, and Oliver Marshall just doing everything right to put that one in. Thames take the lead back 2-1 to the home side, and it is heating up here at Auburn Road.
Yeah, brilliant finish here. I don't know if that's gone between as the legs came together or to the outside, but a great finish by Oliver Marshall, who's had his opportunities from the top of the circle, but gets one in field play. Tan out to Archibald. Rutley. Abbott. Forward. Over the sideline. 7 minutes to go, 10 minutes gone in the second quarter, and it's just opened up a little bit. The first few minutes were cagey in that first quarter. Now,
I was going to say, it's mirroring the women's scores at the moment, but you just have a feeling it won't stay like this for too much longer. Goals coming left, right and centre at the moment. Hurley putting the pressure on Rutley. George Hurley right in front of the Yarra bench, can take off quickly, and he's told to take it back outside the 25. Braden Pitcher. Got a big gap in the middle if they want to find someone in there. Ball across to Belzer. Angus Burnett finds Matt Pitcher.
Long corner. Fernandez over the ball. Has a couple of yellow shirts in front of him. Good pressure by Hansford. Just disconnecting that pass. Abbott has Marshall in front. Sutcliffe working hard to get across to put pressure on Pitt. Pitt across to Rutley. Rutley takes space. He's going to have Sutcliffe for company soon. Puts that ball forward. Ball will stay with Yarra Valley. No, it's kept in.
Marshall, the goal scorer.
Someone's got a green card there. I think that's Alex Mason. Has been shown a green card.
Fernandez cops the foot. Oliver Marshall. He's got Hurley working to get into space for him. Got to find a little bit of space through Nick Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe. It's a good tackle straight away. Sutcliffe finds McKenzie. McKenzie instrumental in that second goal. Can take off quickly. Neither of them are 5. Finds a little bit of space. Has the shot. Fantastic save and a follow-up shot from Fernandez. It's excellent stuff there from McKenzie to get that shot away through a crowd of players. Oh, and Pitt goes overhead.
Just can't reel it in is Stu Manderson. Cullen will put the pressure on. Braden Pitcher. Back to Matt Pitcher. To Will Hardy.
Tim Belzer can just keep it in. Luke Westmore putting the pressure on now. Tim Belzer does well. Belzer. Great little ball through. Ball comes across to the danger spot, and it's Nick Sutcliffe again getting on the ground, finishing that one off for Thames.
Yeah, just a couple of errors from the visitors on that left-hand side, just going back into the same spot. A couple of turnovers.
See, it was Wakeling there, and Sutcliffe getting into the perfect spot, getting on the ground, copying a couple of sticks as he went through, but worth it for the goal. The home side are up 3-1 at Auburn Road.
Mason back on after the green card.
Pitcher uses Harty. Sutcliffe. 2 goals for the captain so far. George Hurley looks up, doesn't really have much around him.
Long corner for Tem here. 2 minutes to go until half-time and a healthy 3-1 lead for the home side. Just a couple of really well-worked goals. Just hitting the back line, putting it back into the hot spot, and then punched home. Just a really good execution of the basics. The basics of how you want to move forward. Hard running from Tem.
Wakeling finds Pitcher, Matt Pitcher. Drives through to Hurley. Hurley, it's a good save on the line. Harry Broad on the line.
Minute and a half to go here. This is Hansford with the steal, and Hansford has pace and he needs to get up and find an option. It's well worked with a minute to go. The right idea, trying to find Forrester down the line.
Hardy will work with the 2 pitches. Fernandez.
And inside a minute, a free hit for Yarra Valley here. Just need to hold their composure. And that won't do it with a turnover with 40 seconds to go. And Luke Westmore on the ball.
Sutcliffe not in a rush to take this one. Sutcliffe works into the circle, looks for free hit. Fernandez gets back to Hardy. Hardy smashes it in. Little opportunity. Tom Casey can't quite bring it under his reach, and that will take us into halftime. A couple of goals in that quarter. Very exciting for the spectators out here at Auburn Road and the Lions. The home side will go in 3-1. We're going to have a short break and be back with second half action in just a few minutes.
Sean and Martin. Sean Martin. Hey Martin. What quarter are we at?
This is half-time break, so 2-0.
Well, I couldn't figure out if we were at halftime or if that was the third quarter.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half about to get underway here for gameclothing.com.au and the Men's Premier League. TEM 3-1 up the home side over the visiting Yarra Valley. It'll be TEM with use of the ball in this half.
Oliver Marshall, goal scorer, over the ball to start off with. And he'll put it back to Fernandez. Hardy and Pitcher working through the back line. And a brilliant ball up to Cam McKenzie. McKenzie has to get through a
Great
couple
tackle
of
by Rutley. Puts that ball forward for Brunton, who can run onto that.
Angus Burnett with a great tackle. And the ball flies through.
Archibald. Wins the free hit. Just a little jink into the foot. Now on the left-hand side. Slides down the line. Well read by TEM. Emilio Fernandez almost keeping that in.
Rutley. Marshall just putting that pressure on, stopping the switch.
Played together in the under-18s. Marshall and Rutley, if I remember correctly.
Well taken by Cameron McKenzie. And he's got a great ball through to Gus Wakeling. Wakeling can pop it through, and it's a good positioning from Rutley. He's played an excellent game in the back line for Yarra Valley so far. Fernandez sees a lot of yellow in front of him. Not inclined to take the ball until he sees a good option, and
Just
that
a little bit of a
pressure from
mistrap.
Yarra's working.
I think that's just a mistrap. I think the obligatory call of pressure is usually a bit of a joke in those situations. It happens to the best players at the time. The ball just flicks off your stick and up out of bounds. Archibald again on the ball, plays Rutley.
Spencer will run off quickly. Spencer takes a big tackle. Marshall, jinking run through. It's called play on Will Rutley. Has a high press on him, and Yarra Valley just able to get it out only as far as Braden Pitcher. He'll use Hurley, and Hurley, again, a big tackle. Time is called. That's disappointing for Thames. You want to run away with it when you've got that opportunity. I think Owen Pitt will be spending a couple of minutes on the sideline.
Yeah, it was a poor tackle. Came in and just took too much body and too much stick.
Pitcher. It's a great bit of play.
It's a good
And well
tackle too.
saved.
Thompson now out of defence.
Pitcher will go all the way back to his brother.
Thompson. Bounces off the stick of Hopper. Well gathered by Hurley. Hurley with time. Puts that ball out to Mackenzie. Mackenzie, who's been good for TEM thus far. Hardy. Hasn't been under a heap of pressure today, Hardy. Pitcher just mistraps that one.
Disappointed with himself as well, you can see from the hands on the hips.
Broad.
It's well taken by Oliver Marshall. Sticks going everywhere. Call his play on. Hurley puts the pressure on and Yarra forced back. Rutley.
Thompson, hard ball, bouncing ball to Manderson. Came at him knee high.
Yeah, tricky one to take care of.
Those are just the little things that are happening at the moment that are just bringing Yarra Valley unstuck, not changing the point of angle once they receive a turnover.
Wakefield. Bump goes both ways.
Well read by Rutley. Wakefield follows up, errant pass. 6 minutes gone in this third quarter.
Braden Pitcher goes back to Matt Pitcher and he'll use Burner on the left.
This is where TEM have been able to almost do what they want here. Pitcher has been able to pick out passes.
Just like that. Spencer puts his hand up, says that was a great pass. Tom Casey getting involved. George Hurley through to Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe with 2 goals to his name so far. Will look to take a shot. And called against him.
A bit of a stick obstruction. Rutley over the ball, has Spencer right in front of him, goes all the way across to Broad. Sorry, no, that's Thompson. Rutley. I'll just knock this back and forth. So that is Broad. Now with Thompson. Rutley takes territory, has Cullen deep. Tries to send that ball through to Bridgman, who will get there and picks that one up inside the circle. Great ball by Will Rutley.
Looks like...
And Hugh Cullen has been shown a yellow card.
I'm going to try to have a look at the replay for that one. I don't know where that yellow came from.
Said it was for the swing of the stick.
Fernandez for TEM.
So Yarra Valley now 2 players down, with Pitt still sitting on the chair and Hugh Cullen as well, for something that we were watching and didn't see.
Burnett. Ball through, and we want to see TEMs make the most of this 2-player advantage now. Will at least be for another 30 seconds or so. Ball comes through, and a big bat away from goalkeeper Thomas Dial for Yarra Valley. Belzer. Pitcher's got space. And Yarra Valley now
Back up to 10.
still won't want to be rushing this
So
free
this
hit.
is the replay here. And no, I'm calling it. That's not a yellow card. That's not a yellow card. You have to be allowed to go for the ball. Barely any stick on the ground. That's not a yellow card. No day of the week.
Is it a green card? I don't even know if it's a
nothing.
green card.
No, I'll like last week, I'll stick my neck out. That's nothing.
Burnett with a good ball through. Thames putting the pressure on now at the top.
Pitt, the captain for Yarra Valley, gathers, goes up over the top, relieves a little bit of pressure, try to get some play down the other end.
Matt Pitcher can go across to Gus. This is Gus Burnett. Pitcher able to find Mackenzie. Alex Mace with a good tackle.
Yeah, just strengthened the ball there. I have liked the umpiring mostly in regards to the physicality. They've actually let players go for the ball, which is good.
Which is, I think, what's so surprising about the card that we saw before.
I agree. I don't know what a striker is supposed to do in that situation other than do exactly what Cullen did, which was get low and try and get the ball. TEM just controlling the ball here. Yarra Valley still one player down. Sutcliffe out to Pitcher. Matt Pitcher has Rutley for company. Strength by Pitcher, uses his big body across. Thompson with a good tackle. Sorry, that was Broad again. Sorry, Harry.
Pitch wants to take advantage of that 5-yard rule. Braden Pitcher can go all the way back to Belzer. TEM happy to throw it around the back now. Big boot comes out on Pitt back on the field.
Tries to play in Manderson, who can't quite find the angle.
Tom Casey forced to go back. Yarra Valley doing well to keep Thames out even while they're a man down.
Turnover by TEM, just trying to wheel and pop and go. Five minutes to go in this third quarter.
We're playing 17-minute quarters. 5 minutes on the bench will really chews up a lot of that time.
It can't be much longer for Cullen.
Makes it very difficult for the side to really take in control of the quarter. It's been a lot of possession to Thames, but to Yarra's credit, they've really kept them out of that circle and out of the sort of danger zone.
Back up to full strength now, Yarra Valley.
Marshall. Belzer. Finds Sutcliffe. And Thames just opting to go back.
Well, they have the lead. They don't need to do anything silly, and they're moving the ball really well around the back line there.
Oliver Marshall doing some hard running, getting from the left-hand corner to the right-hand corner. This is George Hurley.
Well picked off by Broad. Now to Manderson. No, Cullen.
Overhead comes through. Will Hardy on his reverse.
Forrester with the ball. Has Hansford leading. Tries to play through. Tan will get this ball. Aggressively attacked by Thames, but Alex Tan Just unfortunately throws that one away, miscommunicated on the right-hand side. So TEM Hardy with 3 minutes to go.
Fernandez. They can find that right half overlap. Belzer. It's hard one straight on the shin.
Play on given the advantage. Hansford and Cullen trying to bring Fernandez. It's well played by Pitcher. Braden Pitcher, number 44. All the way back to Matt Pitcher. Hardy taking ground. Really well drilled, this back four, back five from TEM. Pressure from Cullen.
Great ball to Braden Pitcher. Pitcher with a neat little ball through to Westmore. Westmore again. Brings it up, just makes it dangerous.
Brunton under pressure, plays back to Thompson.
Shot comes on.
Flashes high over the net. The sun starts to set here at the Hawthorn Hockey Centre, and the home side's enjoying good lead. 3-1 over the visitors. Well played through to Fernandez, who drags and goes. Picked up by Forrester. Picked off again. That was Tom Casey with the hard work.
Hardy gets it through to Westmore. Westmore with pace. Can work into the circle. No call given, long corner. Way clean it around to Matt Pitcher.
Matt Pitcher inside the circle, trying to think his way along the back line. Goes across the goal. It's a good little flick.
That's the spot to get it to.
I think he must have taken off a Yarra Valley stick. Quick play inside the circle. Well read by Manderson. Hansford sends that long with 7 seconds to go. And that will take us to the three-quarter siren. Ladies and gentlemen, the final quarter coming up right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth quarter underway here, and the final quarter of today's action from Auburn Road in the Men's and Women's Premier League. Men reserves follow this, but at the moment, the Premier League 3-1 up for the home side against the visiting Yarra Valley. And it's been built on the back of some really strong control of the ball and structure by the TEM's defensive unit, the back five, back six, Emilio Fernandez, the Pitcher brothers, Mackenzie, a couple of others have been really impressive today and have held the ball for their team. Pitt up, over. Needs to bring that under. Cullen will be one out. Cops a couple of tackles, play on called.
Tim Belzer does well there. Through to Luke Westmore. Westmore can roll it through. Opts to try to pass another player. He's taking a bit of a roll as he dives through.
Yeah, I think it was a good low tackle. He was just going the other way.
Pitcher can find George Hurley. Ball flung around the back. And down the line.
Race for the ball, Broad. Pitt will get to this one. No, it'll be Sutcliffe first. Sutcliffe trying to drive, wins the free hit.
Sutcliffe leaves that one for Pitcher. Pitcher will take off quickly, and it's a nice little ball through to his brother Braden. Braden can look for a corner. Nice little roll back, good boot. By Thomas Dial. Still danger time though for Yarra Valley. Thames happy to just push that one out to the back, hold possession for a little bit longer.
Yeah, well read by Bridgman, who attacks that ball hard. Bit of a shove into Pitcher, who rides that well too. And physical players being umpired really well today. Players attacking the ball, I mentioned it before.
Oliver Marshall with the ball through. And we'll go missing. Pincer takes a shot, puts it away. Nick Pincer, what a shot. And Thames will take the lead 4-1. A fantastic turnaround and jump shot from Nick Spencer.
Yeah, it's really good execution here. That ball inside
Beautiful
by Gus
little
Wakeling.
ball from Wakeling.
Turns. And it's a difficult angle. I'm not even really sure how that ended up in the net. It kind of been a big gap.
Just able to keep it in.
Thompson goes for a run, uses pace, has two for company, drags back inside.
Play on's the call. Yarra Valley to take the free hit just inside the 25 yards. Well played from Braden Pitcher.
Thompson on the ball. Goes all the way back to Broad.
Pitcher. Uses Belzer back, a neat little back stick. Well taken by Belzer. Neat little 3D skills to deal his way out of that one. Belzer's still over the ball. And it's Lockie Abbott who can get it through to Owen Pitt.
Midfield to Broad. Broad out to Bridgman. Back to Pitt.
It's a good ball, but it's read well by Angus Burnett.
Angus Burnett was just in front of his opposite number there and read that ball well. Bridgman now trying to find some space to get a pass. Brunton can't quite control that one. Pitcher.
Belzer, big ball through. Oliver Marshall will run onto this one. Tom Casey will work the back line. Ball to a dangerous spot, but it's cleaned up by Owen Pitt. Well defended by Braden Pitcher. He's been excellent today.
It's a good tackle by Pitt to Rutley. They have space now out on both sides. To Manderson, trying to get something going in this final 10 minutes. Hansford won't be able to run onto that one. It's a great ball forward. Westmore.
Shot comes on. Thames is playing with a bit more freedom now that they've a couple of goals up. Fernandez.
There's a couple of very tired boys out there from both teams, I think, but you're less tired if you're 4-1 up.
Exactly.
I think would be the inference.
Absolutely.
Rutley forward, plays in Hansford.
Ken, I'm going to let you run off because you have to be playing in the next game. All the best for your own game. I'm going to welcome Jim Uncles, umpire extraordinaire, goalkeeper, sometimes on the field.
Overall hockey tragic.
Overall hockey tragic, and that's why you're here on a Sunday afternoon, and we love having you, Jim. It's been an excellent showing by the home side so far, 4-1 up to the Thames Lions.
Yeah, it's really nice to see the input of someone like Josh Pollard at the throne, and seeing the Thames guys really take it to them, and it's been really enjoyable to watch actually, and the structure that they're playing seems to be working really well.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of exciting young forwards as well to watch from this side, and of course a couple of great goals from Nick Sutcliffe. They're calling him the live stream alumni, who was one of the OG commentators back in 2015. I think it was.
Well, the man knows when the show's in town, doesn't he?
Well, exactly.
I mean, realistically, this is finals weather today. It's just been absolutely delightful.
I think it's, I was playing this time, well, sort of 2 o'clock yesterday, and it was so hot, and I just haven't played hockey like that in a really, really long time. Obviously not much hockey going on last year.
No, look, the 18 months between hot games of hockey, I think took a lot out of a lot of people yesterday, that's for sure.
And the girls today, it was good showing from the Thames girls over Yarra. Again, playing in that scorching heat. I think it was up to about 24 or 25 degrees, which, as you said, it's finals weather. Not usually found in the home and away season.
I mean, I would wish we get a lot more of it, but somehow I think that's the last one for the rest of the season.
So we shouldn't complain too much, but certainly perfect spectating weather as well. Thames looking to find another goal or another corner, and they can put that one away. It might have been Westmore who got the final touch, but all the work was done before that. A fantastic showing from this Thames outfit, and they love to put the music on once they hit a goal. Let's have a look at the replay here. It's Nick Spencer who got that excellent goal beforehand and has a pretty big hand in the fifth for Thames, just really opening up now for the home side.
Good to see Westmore getting to the places where he needs to be. Stay on the post, do his job.
Absolutely.
And
do you call that one a cherry pick?
100%. But you know what they say? There's no diagrams on revolutionised sport. Doesn't matter.
There you go. Will Rutley has had a big part to play in this defensive lineup for Yarra today. Alex Mason will take the free hit. Moves off quickly, and it's a good tackle by Will Hardy. He's in no rush to take this one. still a fair bit of time left, but you feel like it's just too big a mountain to climb for Yarra now. And for them, it's about making sure they don't concede anymore, maybe get another one on the board, get a bit of confidence going into next week. Of course, we will be seeing them again on the live stream next week as they take on MCC at home. A little Mother's Day special, so I hope everyone can tune in. That's obviously what you want to be doing on Mother's Day with your mum. If of course, you're not at your own game, which I know a lot of us will be.
Well, I mean, realistically, I'm just hoping there's a Mother's Day spread put on,
Absolutely.
Melbourne High, very traditional, great canteen.
Well, it's at Yarra Valley.
Oh, it's at Yarra Valley. Oh,
so
even better.
The pressure will be on them. I think we might be able to have a word to Kins to make sure that the spread is on. A couple of cupcakes for Mother's Day, I'd assume.
It is one of the secret pleasures of umpiring is being able to enjoy the spread after the game, if all parties align on the day.
Well, exactly.
That's it.
And have you been doing much umpiring this year?
It's actually been a really weird one for me. I was unable to get onto any practice matches this year, and I was away for round 1. So between the last round of hockey 1 and last week was my first game back. So it was really nice to have a break away from the sport actually. And
yep.
I was speaking to Rhiannon Murray, another extraordinary Victorian umpire, and we were both very excited that we had a year off. But we were also really excited that we didn't have to make the decision.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people have said that. Cam McKenzie, he's been excellent today. Called against him. I spoke too soon. I think a lot of people have said that much as...
Very slight stick shield as he was coming through.
We need you here more often to explain those ones to us.
Just ever so lightly, just passing the stick in front of the ball to prevent that tackle coming in. Very sly, Ben Hocking up to the challenge.
Only the eye of an umpire could see that one, Jim, from all the way over here. So I'm glad to have you on board.
Blessing and a curse.
That is good. I know a lot of people have been very excited to have hockey back on. Obviously, a lot of other states got to play quite a bit last year, whilst us stuck in Melbourne didn't get a whole lot of sport played. But it's certainly been so exciting to be back and to be back at community sport with such big crowds as well. Just feels, very special, even in 2021, that we've been able to enjoy the last couple of weeks and hopefully, for the rest of the season as well.
Also very encouraging to see how our underage state teams did away as well. Our under-15s, our under-18s put in huge performances in Launceston and up in Tamworth. Was something that, considering there was no hockey last year for Victorians, put on a really good show, not from players and from an official's point of view as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good point. Actually, I hadn't thought about that. There's been a lot of coaching and some great practice matches, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think the high performance department at Hockey Victoria, I think they've had their fair share of practice matches for a while.
They were ready for the real thing.
That's it.
I know a lot of clubs made sure that this year was probably the heaviest on practice matches that they've had for a long time.
It's also a pretty stark reminder as well. I mean, we've just been talking off camera with some of the other players and umpires around here today about the number of hamstring injuries already coming in. So I know currently at Camberwell in the top 2 teams we're 8 players down, and it's from a mixture of things. And then in one game yesterday out at Melbourne High School, there was 4 hamstrings in one day. Wow. In one game. And it just shows, I mean, everyone in the hockey community, very active, very last year getting out, running straight line, doing all those things. But the nature of our sport is that it is brutal.
And nothing compares to the effort that you'll put in a real life match. And unfortunately, my brother's actually one of the people that is sort of dealing with a hamstring injury at the moment. So you nailed that one, Jim.
Well, it's going to be very interesting. And, so Essendon Hockey Club, they played a lot of practice matches. Is that going to hurt them later in the season with that load management?
Or conversely, will it work for them? They've
Absolutely. Good overload to the right-hand side.
Matt Pitcher gets on his belly. That's good defence. We have been saying It's certainly going to be a year full of injuries, unfortunately. And also probably a little bit of illness as well.
But that's, it's all part of doing your part, is
Yeah.
not going if you're feeling unwell, and that's just going to be part of it.
A bad miss trap that with 2 minutes to go when you're 4 goals up doesn't really matter too much, but it's certainly going to be pulling those ones out of the game. Braden Pitcher will take the free hit, and Thames in no hurry at all to take this. A fantastic showing from the home side today, and certainly a lot of happy Thames supporters around.
It is one of the, from an umpire's point of view, it is one of the more fun days coming down for a TEM home game. They, we can just see how much effort they go into, after the match, but also just for the music in the game as well. They genuinely, they're making a really good effort, and it's fantastic to see. And that is, something from an outsider point of view, the culture that TEM that they have between their seniors, their juniors, up to their masters as well, is something they should be very proud of.
Absolutely, and you can see how it really builds a great culture. And as Cam McKenzie goes in, he's been excellent today. It leads on to having great players that go through the ranks and grow up. We've been calling a lot of these names for a long time, and now they're really making their mark on Premier League. Shot comes in, fantastic running. That's awesome stuff from Harry Broad. And it's all connected though, I think, can develop a good off-field culture, as Thames will take us through with a short corner to finish the game off.
Spoken just too soon on Harry Broad there, is he? You've given him the curse, and he's thrown in an almighty stopping tackle. And that'll be the full-time siren as well.
I had to do it, had to put a commentator's curse on some point today. Saved it for the very
can't
end.
get through the game, can't get through the game.
It has been an excellent day out for Thames, obviously winning in the women's as well. And now to get the job done in the men's, their first win for the year as well.
Equally as impressive though, Thomas Steele in the net for Yarra has been very good.
He's had a huge task in his hands and certainly been up to the job. Here's Westmore and Marshall at the top. It will be Westmore across to Marshall. And a great boot from...
Still on here.
Game is called. Thomas Dial, as you said in the net, was fantastic, but it has been all the way of Thames today. 5-1 in the men's and 2-1 in the women's. A great game by all parties, and we look forward to welcoming everyone back. Jim, thanks for joining us today
Most
for a little bit.
Izzy.
If you're back next Sunday, I'm sure we'll grab you in at some point if you're not out on the field. Of course, don't forget to join us next week, same time at Yarra Valley. A Mother's Day special will be Yarra Valley versus MCC. We'll see you then.